The 200 area. So the way you make plutonium is you throw lots and lots and lots of neutrons at natural uranium.
Okay.
And it transmutes that into plutonium.
Okay.
Okay. And why would you do that? Well, the reason you do that is because plutonium and uranium have different chemical properties. And so you can separate it chemically. And so what ends up happening is you throw it, this is where the B reactor is.
Okay.
So this is the B reactor, and I can't remember the other ones. I think was this the N reactor, Lynn?
That's the right location.
The question that begs to be asked is, what happened to the A reactor?
So they intentionally didn't make one. So there's two answers to that question. One is it was an OPSEC thing, operational security thing.
Okay.
The other answer to that is the first reactor, the pre-production reactor, was at Oak Ridge. And so they want to say this is the second one, the B reactor. So there's two answers to that question. Who knows what the right answer is? And they could both be true, right?
Was Oak Ridge part of the Manhattan Project?
That was the headquarters.
Okay, the headquarters of the Manhattan Project. Okay.
Yeah. So speaking of Ford Motor Company, did you know that the Manhattan District put more area under factory roofs than the entire U.S. auto industry before World War II?
I could believe that, knowing the capacity of our government to...
And you talked about the B-29?
Yes.
The B-29 costs more to make than the nuclear bomb.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's fascinating.
B-29 was a bigger project. Than
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Anyway, the way you make plutonium
Yeah.
is you throw lots of neutrons, and you do that by creating a nuclear fission reaction.
Right.
And then what you do is you chemically separate it, and this stuff is incredibly dangerous when it comes out of the reactor. You can be in the presence of the slug that comes out of the reactor for about, I think, 30 seconds a year before it'll, if you're in there for like 10 minutes, it'll kill you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, and so you let it cool, and then you drop it into nitric acid.
Oh, wow.
You chop it up, you put it in nitric acid, and you do a whole bunch of processing, and you end up with plutonium. You send it off to Los Alamos and San Diego to turn it into bombs, right?
Right.
So that's what happened here in the tube.
Okay.
Is all that chemistry. Okay.
Is the spot where they detonated the bomb?
Oh, no, that was in New Mexico.
No, but there's a crater here from one of the detonations.
No, sir.
No?
No, sir. No. No.
Okay.
There is, so...
Maybe it wasn't the actual bomb, but I mean, nothing, no explosion or anything?
Wow. I mean, we've had some accidents where there have been some small chemical things, but nothing,
all right.
Nothing nuclear.
Okay.
So...
No, I wasn't speaking of a nuclear nature. I was saying they tested the plutonium to see its efficacy or something.
That was in New Mexico.
All done in New Mexico. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
yeah.
you only get like 1/10% of plutonium through that process, and so there's a cubic kilometer, a cubic kilometer of high-level waste out there. Wow. From the processing.
So that's why this is the biggest EPA cleanup site in the history of the United States.
Yes.
Okay.
And the good news is we're actually being responsible about it. Because we have the Office of River Protection.
Okay.
Right. What the Russians did for their rivers that flowed by their
they used them like a toilet.
They did, right? And so, but fortunately, somebody said, you know what? We don't want to destroy the fishing, and we don't want to.
We like to eat, right? We like our salmon.
We like our salmon.
Not half baked.
we like not killing everybody who lives in Portland who wants to go swimming. Right?
Three-headed girlfriends.
Yeah. So.
That's right. Do you work in the nuclear industry?
I've been fascinated all my life.
Okay.
I've been fascinated with. I did an internship when I was early on in my career with some folks who do nuclear power, but I do computers and security.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, you're a much needed asset.
For sure.